Hi, so I'm back again. This time I'm going to be doing something I've done before, a Tesco smoked gammon joint. The last gammon joint I used was from Asda and it was about £4.75. It was a couple of years ago, I think. But this one, slightly more upmarket and cost £5, around about £5.50, and it's 750 grams. So the cook time, according to this, in the oven is an hour and 35 minutes. It's in a conventional oven. So I'm obviously going to be cooking it in the air fryer. And I reckon that's going to end up about 40 to 50 minutes. Nothing fancy. So this isn't the size of a small hatchback like you find in Tesco's. Neither does it have oranges, lemons or any other fruit on it. But I will be cooking it with a little bit of herb, a little bit of garlic granules and a little bit of honey. So very simple. So we're going to cook it in the air fryer for around 40 to 50 minutes. So let's just get it unpacked. Pretty good value for money at the moment. I think they got these on special offer in Tesco's. So I've done a quick calculation. Something this size is probably going to cost you about £4, which is pretty good value. So there's a foil for it. So with the foil, I want to put some herbs and all on it. Right, so I'm thinking let's get this dried off a little bit. It looks quite a nice bit of meat. For me, this is more than enough. This would last me quite a while. So I wouldn't even, if it was just me having this, I wouldn't even cook this for myself. I would cut it in half, freeze half of it, which you can do, and then cook the remaining half. And I'd still get probably two meals out of it and maybe some nice sarnies. So, as they all do, they come with this sort of, not even sure what material that is, some sort of plastic sleeve, and that is to hold it all together. So I can't really see how you would season that properly, but anyway, let's give it a go. Let's put a few herbs on here, mixed herbs. But then probably better just doing it on there. Some on here. Don't need too much. A little bit of garlic granules. Put that on there. Some garlic granules. And garlic granules on there. Right, so just going to see how I'm going to get the honey on this. Thinking if I can pull that sleeve out a bit, I can run it down the sleeve. Right, so you don't obviously you do not have to do this. I like mine to have a light sweet taste to it. Right, and basically that's all I'm going to do to this. So all I have to do now is to wrap it in foil. So this is going to cook for 20 minutes at 180 degrees, and I'm going to be using this dish. It's a Tefal, one of those ones with the removable handle, but I use it in the air fryer all the time. That's what I bought it for. Just make sure it fits if you're thinking of getting one. Obviously, dimensions. And then to save scratching the bottom of my air fryer, I put this silicone mat in there to stop the pan from scratching a non-stick coating. That is quite heavy actually. Right, so that's in there. As you can see, right, and that's going to go in for 20 minutes at 180. 180. 20 minutes. Right, so when it's done, I'll be back. Okay, so the gammon's been in for 20 minutes. Let's have a look at it. Let's just take it out, I think it'll be easier. Okay, so with that air fryer, this particular air fryer doesn't need preheating. It's a dual blaze, so it's got a heating element at the bottom. If your air fryer is just a single heating element, then you may need to preheat it. Just thought I'd tell you that. So it's looking quite good actually. So that's been in for 20 minutes. So let's just do a temperature test. So it needs to be cooked. It needs to be 64 degrees centigrade or 145 Fahrenheit. Obviously it's not going to be anywhere near that, so I reckon get to the middle, it's probably going to be about there. So that's the middle. Right, so that's telling me that is like, probably not going to be able to see that anyway, but it's about 20 degrees, so it's a fair way to go. So right, we're going to put it in for another 20 minutes, and I do think it'll probably need longer, but stick it in for another 20 minutes and then see how well it's doing. Right, so that's ready to go in again. $20 at 180. Okay, so the gammon has been in for 40 minutes now, and that's starting to look like it's done. Right, so I'm looking for 64 degrees, about halfway inside. So this still isn't, it's not far off it. 51 degrees. Yeah, a further 10 minutes, which will make it 50 minutes. So the 10 minutes is up, so in total it's been cooking for 50 minutes, and I can pretty much guessing this is done now. Just give it a final probe. So that's the sort of temperature. 70 it's saying now, so it's done. Okay, so I need to let this rest a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in some foil, some clean foil. And I can discard the old foil. Before I take that out, I'm going to cut this plastic sleeve. Take this out of the way. So that looks pretty decent. Have a quick look at that. Yeah, it don't look too bad at all. Right, so I'm going to let this just rest for 10 minutes and then I'm going to carve a little bit off it. So that can rest for 10 minutes. Okay, so the gammon's been resting for 10 minutes and take a quick look. Very nice. So I'm going to give this a little carve. Right, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut this in half, so you can see the right through the centre of it, and that is cut. Oh, that is so soft, but hardly any pressure on that. I'm just letting the knife do the work, and that is pretty much it. So that is not bad at all for £5.50 Tesco's smoked gammon joint. I'm going to try just a little bit of this in a sandwich. So let's that is so tender. I cannot believe how soft that is. Obviously the outer skin is a bit firmer. But that just cuts so nice. And I can cut it as thin as I like, actually. It doesn't seem to mind that at all. I mean, that's just wafer thin, that bit there. So yeah, you'll get a few meals out of this, and what you don't use you can put in the fridge for 2 or 3 days. Very well cooked. I'm happy with that. Can't believe how thin you can cut this as well. So that is not bad at all. For £5.50 you cannot grumble at that. And I'm going to actually try a bit of this because I didn't last time. So I prepped this up earlier, save time. I'm going to go for some of this lovely gammon in some 50-50 bread. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Just seems to go so far, this gammon. I mean, really, do I need any more than that on there? Probably not, but it's so good. And just because it's Christmas, I'm going to put a little bit of pickle on it. And there she is in a sarnie. Try a bit of this. That is beautiful. Very, very nice that is. Well, that was really, really nice. I enjoyed that. I'll finish the rest off in a minute. Okay, so let's do a quick recap on this gammon. So it's 750 grams, it costs around £5.50, so it's easy enough for one or two people. Even if you eat it in one go, probably 4 people. So the meat content was 88% pork. So the cook time was 50 minutes in total, which was 20, and a further 10 to make sure that it was cooked. So yeah, 50 minutes, and the time they give you for conventional oven is 1 hour 35 minutes. So you're saving 45 minutes electric there in a conventional oven, which is quite a good saving actually. The temperature it was cooked at was 180 degrees. Didn't really add much to it. A little bit of honey, a little bit of mustard. A little bit of honey, a little bit of garlic granules, and a little bit of herbs, mixed herbs. You can, once it's cooked, obviously, and you've had what you want, you can store it in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. What's remaining. What can you use it for? Well, you can have gammon, egg and chips, you can have gammon and mash and gravy, you can have gammon, cold gammon salad, you can have it even with a roast dinner, make a roast dinner out of it. And then obviously, what I've just done, you can have gammon and pickle sardies, or gammon and mustard. Pretty versatile for the money, it's pretty versatile. But what I like about it, it's great for 1 or 2 people. You're not pressurised into eating the whole thing at once. You can store your leftovers in the fridge. And finally, the last thing I would say, if I was going to buy this just for myself, I would cut the uncooked gammon into 2 and freeze half of it. So the whole joint would be enough for 3 to 4 meals. So even if you cooked half of it, you would still have like quite a bit of meat there, enough for 2 meals there. And then obviously this half enough for another 2 meals. So overall, I would be very pleased with it. I would like to say that's pretty good value for money. I hope you try it. With Christmas 2 weeks away, give it a go. It's not that much, £5.50, so worth the money. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.